Level 90, Seeking the Light. Barshan is glad for your arrival. Zilly, I was about to call for you. There have been developments concerning the Void Gate that I would discuss with everyone. Coincidentally, I'm told Ishtola will be returning shortly. I dare to hope she has made some progress in devising a way to harness the first light. Come, let us await the others in my chambers. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. I pray thou art come with glad tidings. With findings well worth many sleepless nights, I am pleased to report. You may leave it there, thank you. Eager though I am to hear the details, I must first share tidings of my own, grave ones. J hath sent word from the Void Gate and Mare Lamentorum. The situation is precarious. They continue to rely upon the brands to contain the forces which would otherwise flow freely into the source. Yet though these measures were sufficient to imprison a fragment of Zodiac for eons, against our enemies' determined onslaught, they are degrading at an unsettling rate. The Loperates are sparing no effort to sustain the brands, but 'tis only a matter of time ere they fail. Unless we act soon, there shall be no stopping Golbez from realizing his ambition. That Zeromish should so test the seal even when not at full strength is every bit as terrible as we feared. Aye, we must needs vanquish it, to which end we require means to pierce its dark shroud. So, did you find it a way to bring resplendent light to bear against our foe? As a matter of fact, I have. Theory was simple. We harness light from the first and channel it to the 13th. Such a feat would require us to manipulate vast amounts of energy, to say the least. So I consulted Sid and his fellows, who rose to the challenge and produced bespoke devices, ether transmitters. These marvelous contraptions can be placed at locations of our choosing to facilitate the flow of ether. In other words, we can use them to create ethereal currents. That such a thing should be possible. We shall first direct ether from Nabatharang, where the flood of light was halted, into the Crystal Tower. We all know from personal experience the wonders of which it is capable, wonders which suit our needs perfectly. I should mention that the structure in the Azim Steppe, which the Alligans built to redirect ether, was also a source of inspiration. Once we have infused the crystal tower with sufficient ether, we shall send it into the rift. And the ether transmitter shall guide the energy unto the 13th, like so. In this way we shall have a lance of light with which to pierce the shield of darkness. Or so I hope. No tests we performed were close to the scale of what we ultimately seek to achieve. I cannot guarantee success. Such great minds on our side, how could we possibly fail? It would hardly be the first time we played it by ear. True enough, but that's not a point of pride for me personally. Science and theory aside, we need to place one or more of these transmitters in the first, I take it. Task we must entrust to you. Rest assured I will provide you with what support I can. I wish to go as well. This world that you brought back from the brink, I would see it with my own eyes. But how dost thou intend to make the journey? In a spirit vessel, that's how you and yours managed it, yes? Void Sent Summoning also sees the soul separated from flesh. This separation I can do at will. The principles are similar enough. If you aren't averse to traveling with company, I should be glad to lend Zero my vessel. Then it's settled. I shall finish preparing the transmitters and then help Zero transfer her soul. Pray see to your own preparations, then let us reconvene out at Megaduda. Stola will be along after she has seen to Zero's soul. Let us await her here. Apologies for the wait. Everything went smoothly. Zero's soul is now safely within the spirit vessel. I shall have the alchemist attend her body until she returns. Vessel I place in your care, along with the transmitters and a set of garments for Zero. Also included instructions on how to operate the crystal tower, courtesy of Grahatia. While you're away, I'll join Urianger and the Loporits on the moon. They'll need help should the brands fail. Fine idea. For my part, I shall continue to coordinate our efforts while I recover from my wounds. Given the task at hand, I suggest you speak with Rene. With her power over light, she is bound to be helpful in our efforts. But ere you do that, or aught else, seek out Beck Lug. She is the first foremost authority on soulcraft. They should be able to grant Zero a corporeal form. As I recall, the old Numo was rather fond of the Cabinet of Curiosity, so that should be your first stop. That's all from me. Go forth, warrior of darkness, and make your triumphant return to the first. Crystarium. Further up. That you? What brings you back across the rift? Honestly, first you ask me to extract another soul from a spirit vessel. Then you tell me you have designs to channel light to the void? Wicked wipe, Zilly. Is it never nothing ever simple with you? Suppose some people can't help but find themselves at the center of world-changing events. Very well, if your home is in peril, then I shall do all in my power to aid you, and if it helps Unokohai with his work, all the better. While I tend to your companion, you should go and speak with Rene. By all accounts, she practically lives at the Hortorium these days. I will look for you there once I've finished.
Restoring the elements to the empty may allow life to flourish there once more. But that isn't enough to return the environment to the way it was. No, we need to gradually reintroduce life, beginning with plants. Not just any plants, though, but those that won't be a burden on a weakened land. Such as...
You've become quite the scholar. You've taken an interest in gardening. How about coffee plants?
Oh, what a welcome surprise! It seems you caught me rambling to myself. How embarrassing. I've been studying botany, you see. Hoping that the knowledge would help our work in the empty. But never mind that for now. What brings you to the Crystarium? It was my understanding that the final days were behind us. You wish to combat this otherworldly threat with the power of light? Please, let me help.
Okay.
Though I've lost my connection to Hydaelyn, I can still manipulate light to a degree. If there is a chance I could save others with that power, then I have to try.
is done. Zero is now with us in the flesh. The spirit vessel I shall hold on to for operating the tower. This will help me to make sense of the controls, will it? There's a levity in his words that wasn't there before. It heartens me to know he is well. I shall see to the preparations as per his instructions.
My thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. That said, 'tis customary that my kind receive fitting payment for services rendered.
Not unlike we Void sent then. In that case, you may devour some of my ether.
Are you mad? I'll do no such thing. The very suggestion is absurd.
Now, let's calm down. We all have our preferences, and I'm sure no offense was intended.
I shall attend to the tower now. The rest, I leave to you.
Zero, was it? My name is Reen. It's a pleasure to meet you.
This world isn't what I expected. While light is indeed strong here, it's not pervasive or overwhelming. Everything looks much as it does in the source.
We have the Warrior of Darkness to thank for that. If you're interested, I would be glad to show you around.
Just an ordinary sky. Ordinary and beautiful. To think that after so much loss, they could reclaim this.
Glowing light. I've heard something of your deeds here, of how the Warrior of Darkness fought on despite light ravaging her very being. Had I the selfsame strength of spirit, perhaps I could have done more for my world. No, it isn't over yet. The 13th isn't beyond saving. That's why we're here. So where to? Just lead the way. Level 90, Seeking the Light. Level 90, Appealing to the Masses. Green is eager to help you set your plan in motion. Let's head for Navatha Rang. Since Zero can't teleport to the ether right there, we should probably travel by Amaro. Ah, there you are. Thank goodness I'm not too late. Lena, I take it Becklug told you why she's here? More or less. Greetings and welcome. I am Lena, captain of the guard here at the Crystarium. Zero, is there something you require? When I learned of your plan to gather light at the Crystal Tower, I felt compelled to warn you of the potential repercussions. I know well that you would never use the tower for ill, nor without due caution. Even so, I believe I understand. Ever since the flood, light has been source of pain and misery. Some fear it still, no doubt. Is to say that some would be uncomfortable at the sight of it wielded as we intend. That is your concern, is it not? Precisely. It was light that nearly consumed our world. To use the Crystal Tower to harness this destructive force risks turning the tower into an object of fear. You may convince the Crystarium of the necessity of your cause, but it will not be so easy to win over those outside our walls. I worry this will undermine the fragile trust that we have only begun to build with some communities. They may misunderstand your intentions. Tell me who they are and what misunderstandings they may have. I shall allay their concerns. Lily and I will go with her. People know us. Our presence will put them at ease. Thank you. I realize this will delay the execution of your plans, but I see no other way. As for where to begin, I dare say Yulmore would be as good a place as any. Ours is an amicable relationship now. We were at odds for long years. Yulmore was once ruled by a tyrant who wielded the power of light. Though he promised salvation, in truth he made slaves of his subjects and sought to destroy any who defied him. He's gone now, thankfully, and a good man named Chai Nuz was elected mayor. Relations between our cities have improved much since then. Even so, there's a lingering rivalry between us. If the Crystarium were to harness light without warning, some Yulmorans might suspect we have ulterior motives. Thus would it be prudent to give them prior notice. If you explain that you seek to save the Warrior of Darkness's home, though, I should hope that they would give you their blessing. Once again, yours is a name that commands respect and trust in the domain of your former enemies, as does in Garlemald. Where else should we visit? After Yulmore, I would suggest the Raktika Greatwood. There you will find the Knights Blessed, a small collective which worships darkness, as well as the V's, guardians of the secrets of the ancient Ranka. V's are insular and will likely not object unless the light encroaches upon their territory. The Knights Blessed, on the other hand, would greatly benefit from your assurances that your actions will not adversely affect their lives. People who worship darkness, fitting for a world all but consumed by light. Very well, we will treat with the people of Yulmore and the Knights Blessed. Here, take these whisper weeds. I will let you know when all is in readiness with the tower. Right then, I should tend to my own task. Explaining the situation to the people of the Crystarium and arranging for your transmitters to be placed here and in Nabatharang. Truly grateful. Thank you, Lena. Come, let's head to Yulmore. Hopefully Chinese will know how best to present our plan to everyone. Just go to Yulmore? Or we're gonna have to take you tomorrow's. Good gods, if it isn't Zilly. To what do we owe the pleasure? Not another world-ending threat, surely not. Surely not. We're planning a grand undertaking that may be of concern to the people of Yulmore. There's a sensitive matter about which we thought it best to consult the city's esteemed mayor. I doubt I'd ever describe myself as such, but anyway, I can tell you're up to something, the kind of something I might want nothing to do with, but regardless, I should probably know. What is it? Gathering light with the Crystal Tower, you say? I'd be lying if I said that doesn't bring back unpleasant memories, and I believe I speak for most Yulmorans. We can hardly blame you. We have no reason to question your motives, of course, neither yours nor those of the Crystarium's leadership. World engulfed in darkness, its corrupted inhabitants attempting to invade your own, it's rather a lot to process, but the desire to save one's home is something anyone can understand. I'm touched that you show such concern for our feelings despite the gravity of your plight. Very well, you have my support. As if there was ever any doubt, right? Let's gather the people at once. An explanation from you ought to ensure everyone understands. Not so fast, dearest. If I were to reveal everything at this juncture, many would be deeply unsettled, regardless of any assurances I offered. No, we need to first set the stage. Spread word of the Warrior of Darkness's plight, that she is on a mission to save her world, as she once did ours. Once the tale is common knowledge, I shall call an assembly and explain the need to harness the power of light to a populace far more amenable to the idea. To that end, might I trouble you to speak with our citizens about your predicament? It would be more effective to hear the details from the hero herself, more likely to inspire solidarity for your cause. So we appeal to the desire to aid the Warrior of Darkness to present light in a more positive light. Well played, Master Chai. If it's best that you do the talking, then we'll come with you. Fine by me, I'm content to observe. Once you have finished your rounds, I ask that you report to me. I should like to know how the people react. Lead the way. We'll be right behind you. In that conversation alone, I could see how much the people here trust you. Thanks to Euless and Thancred, I've grown better at recognizing it. What? You've met Thancred too? I mean, right, of course you have. I don't know why I said that. Okay, let's find some citizens to speak with. I suggest we start here in the canopy before heading down to the understory and then the derelicts. Zero and Renee are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave your quest companions behind by entering a different area, by speaking with them and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have your companions join you again, return and speak with them at the original location. Honeybee. I used to live for the moment, not caring what might happen on the morrow, but now that we have peace, I find myself thinking about the future and feeling anxious. What, your home is threatened with destruction? Wicked white, why are you wasting time in a drinking hole? But as I say it, I feel the sting of hypocrisy. Gods, I need to take control of my life, need to face my troubles head on, and the same goes for you. Just a beehive. Tavern, and an extravagant one at that, but those dancers engage with the poles in such strange ways. Are they pantomiming a battle, a soldier thrusting their spear into the ground and using it to launch themselves at an enemy, perhaps? Given this world's violent history, it makes sense that displays of martial prowess would become popular entertainment. Tancred once told me that people come to these places to savor some memories and drown the others. Imagine the Beehive was built primarily to help Umorans forget about Sin Eaters, even if only for a time, but now they can simply enjoy themselves. I can see the appeal, but don't worry, I know I'm still a bit too young for it. Well now, the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Light both. How may I be of service? Your enemies plot to invade your world. Having heard tales of Sin Eaters ravaging countless villages, your plight feels all too familiar. Come with me, I urge you to remain strong. You overcame the Light Wardens, you can overcome any adversity. And for what it's worth, I'm sure everyone here would be willing to help in whatever way we can. There. That's the derelicts. That thing there cleaning up the debris. For a moment I thought it might be a void scent. In case you didn't know, it's not uncommon for our kind to use statues as vessels. But I see now that it's more akin to mechanical soldiers used by the Garleans. They come in all shapes and sizes, don't they? When Valthree tried to keep us out of the city, many free citizens died in the chaos. Some had no kin to inherit their wealth, and so Eulmore decided to use it to help fund the reconstruction of the derelicts. Part of a greater effort to improve the living conditions down here, which is important since there's simply not enough room for everyone in the city proper. You're the Warrior of Darkness. I never dreamed I'd have the honor, but why are you in Eulmore, if I may ask? Your home is in danger and you've come seeking help. If there's anything we can do for you, you need only ask. Things could be better here, of course, and we've got a long road ahead of us, but we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and yours, and we'll never forget that. What's this? Another... Oh, that's Stone Sky. See, I didn't unlock that yet. The people are of one mind in their desire to help. Good, good. Why, just earlier I overheard a conversation about how the Warrior of Darkness is seeking to save their home. Your tale is spreading quickly. And the plan has unfolded precisely as you envisioned. All that remains then is to assemble the citizens and explain Zilly's need to gather light. Better or worse, I'm mayor of this city. I'll do my best to win them over. Wait, aren't you? Yes, you're her, the young lady who saved me from Valthree. I'd eaten enough meal to fall under his control, but you cured me. I wouldn't be alive today if not for you. I remember you too. I'm glad to see you're doing well. I only learned later that it was the Oracle of Light herself who saved me, saved all of us. I didn't know if I'd ever get a chance to express my gratitude. Sure, it was nothing for someone with your power, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. What is this meal? Food made from the light-tainted flesh of sin-eaters, you say? See, the more they ate, the more the light's corruption spread. Right, and because of that, they became susceptible to Valtry's commands, as he could make the sin-eaters do his bidding. Thankfully, I was able to suppress Light's influence and free everyone from his control, and there seems to be no lingering effects. You say that as if it were some small feat. I've seen countless souls corrupted by darkness. Someone with the power to heal them would be regarded as a great figure and never know peace. My gift has been a burden. Many have suffered for it, died for it. There were times when I wished I didn't have it, when I wanted to run away from everyone and everything. But I have friends to encourage and guide me, to help me learn not just to embrace my gift, but to take charge of my life, to change my fate. So you did just that. People of this world are resilient indeed. That a half-void sent like me managed to escape the flood of darkness. For all these years, I never stopped to wonder why, to wonder if I had a greater part to play. Well, perhaps it's time I took charge and considered what I might be able to do for others. Answer is here in the first, and I will find it. Level 90, appealing to the masses. Complete. Level 90, in defiance of fate. Zero's cool expression cannot hide the fire in her eyes. If we have no further business here, let's move on. Where to next? Slitherbow, the home of the Knights Blessed in the Raktika Greatwood, will explain the situation to their leader, Runar. Still your sight for sore eyes, my friend. Will you be staying long in Slitherbow? Having said that, I suspect this isn't just a social call. Great plan is in motion, and the Knights Blessed deserve to know. We need to speak with you as leader of the Knights Blessed. It's important. Ah, so it is more of a formal visit. That's fine. Why don't we get right to it then? What? Your world? Master Matoya's world is in grave danger? Master Matoya? Ishtola, she took another name in accordance with custom when she lived among the Knights Blessed. They believe light taints everything that it touches, even their true names. Out of respect, don't speak hers here. You are Zero, yes? The one come from a world consumed by darkness? I struggle to conceive of such a place. Pitch black pale shrouds the sky, which neither the light of the sun nor the stars can pierce. It is the opposite of what you once knew here in Norvant. That being the case, I'm sure you can relate to our situation. All too well, you have my deepest sympathies. In order to beat back the darkness in your world, you would harness light from ours? It's a simple yet brilliant idea. Only Master Matoya could have conceived of such. That Norvran is still in her thoughts, that we are still. So you're not opposed to our plan. We Knights Blessed may place our faith in the dark, but we have never sought to force our beliefs upon others. Your deliverance lies in light, and by all means avail yourselves of it. I'm surprised. From what I was told of your people, I was certain you would disapprove of our methods. Do not mistake our reverence for darkness as a desire for it to be ascendant. Rather, in darkness there is a peace that we seek to make our own through prayer and self-reflection. And while light may have wrought suffering in our world, anything in excess can be harmful, even darkness, as you and yours know all too well. It is the wielder who is righteous or evil, not the weapon. If you would wield light for a noble cause, then who are we to deny you? Easy thing for me to say now that night has been restored to our world, perhaps. Nevertheless, I wish you the best in your fight, Zero. May light shine your way in the darkness. Now then, to mark this joyous occasion, I must offer you a proper welcome to Slitherbow. You might find this interesting, Zero. You say so. Right, let us begin with the customary greeting. I trust you remember how to announce yourself as a friend of the blessed. The Chatmodan say enter Alan Tuta to offer Runar a traditional greeting. Friends old and new, I bid you welcome to Slitherbow. Alan Tuta, what does it mean? The language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. This greeting allows us to quickly discern friend from foe. Simple expression, but in a world bereft of night, the words held deep meaning. They were a reminder of the world as it was when the sun and the moon and the stars yet danced across the sky, and we wished another well as the day gave way to night. Communal tradition, so the words serve to bind us. Indeed, we are no longer strangers, you and I. Next, we shall have you cleansed of lights and impurities. Present yourself to Davith in yonder room. He will be glad to assist you. And cleansing her of lights and impurities, make her avoid sin again. like the weird Reaper looking thing. It's so confusing. There you are. Your friend has just been cleansed. How do you feel? Wet, but otherwise no different. I would have been surprised if you'd said otherwise. Even so, it is customary to cleanse ourselves of light with water blessed by our priest. But you have darkness again, do you not? Why continue the custom? Why, for the same reason that it was conceived, to pray for the safety of friends and visitors alike, as we pray for yours this day. Safe travels, friend, and may blessed shadow keep you. Right, if that's all, let's return to Runar and see if there's any other customs I must observe. Come on. I've undertaken the ritual. And while I can't explain it, I feel more confident than I did before, just a touch. I'm glad to hear it. With the Warrior of Darkness at your side, I've no doubt that you will save your two worlds. If we can defeat Zero Mist, then the source would be safe. But nothing would change for my own world. There would just be one less void sent to struggle over scraps with the rest. That's so. Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. It's fine, I was under no illusion. I wish it were different, of course. Tilly, can you hear me? Have you met with the people of Yomora and Raktika? Excellent, then we may proceed to the next phase of the plan without worry. Becklook has informed me that the tower is ready, so make for Nabatharang at your leisure. I've arranged for you to rendezvous with Cassard en route as well. Not only can he take you to the site of the flood, but he will also know where to best place the transmitters, given his familiarity with the route between the Crystarium and Amarang. He will be in Twine on business shortly, so I've asked him to wait for you there. It's all coming together. To Twine, then. Your timing couldn't be better. I've just finished up my business here. Lena has told me all. It would be my pleasure to take you to Nabatharung. As soon as the other helpers arrive, that is, they're supposed to be along any moment now. Is it really you? We understand you are faced with quite a predicament, and when an esteemed customer is in need, the merchants of Mordsuk are eager to provide. Captain bade us assist you, miss, to ensure that light is delivered to the Crystarium. Members of our guard will place transmitters in Lakeland, and the good people of Mordsuk will do likewise in the Hills of Amber. You need but focus on your own task in Nabatharung. Yet more people clamoring to help you. It'd be almost more surprising if they hadn't shown up. If everyone is ready, then let's get to work. Wait. You're heading to Nabatharung and didn't think to call on us? Trolley rides. While most of our Talos are still in a sorry state, we've spared no effort in maintaining the trolley. We even upgraded it. As a matter of fact, it's faster than ever and can deliver you to Nabatharung in no time at all. After everything you've done for us, we can't just stand idly by. Thancred would never let us hear the end of it. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Dare say we have ample help. Come, let's go and acquire our light.
So this is the flood of light. I don't remember much of the time when darkness consumed the 13th. Just the cold and the emptiness.
Zero? Are you all right?
I'm fine. You're the one who stopped this.
Oh, no. That was the first Oracle of Light, Minfilia. She's since left us, but I inherited her power and legacy.
I see. Let's get started then, shall we?
other transmitters are set. Whenever you're ready.
Such radiant light. It's almost too much for one steeped in darkness like me.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero, alive. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today.
If this power were mine to wield.
I will not succumb! Not to darkness, nor to light!
Zero! She's taken light into herself. Her body struggles to contain it. She needs help. Thank goodness. How do you feel?
Better now.
Oh,
I
well,
think.
she was gonna say lighter.
Then you're very, very lucky. Whatever possessed you to do that?
I had to know if I could command the light. If I could change my fate. Once, I would never have dared to dream it. But your friendship and your trust has helped me to see new possibilities. In myself and everything else. Perhaps that's why, when I beheld this world once damned yet saved, I saw the potential for mine to be saved as well. To become a world where light and darkness are in harmony, and life flourishes. A world where we're not consumed by insatiable hunger, but filled with hope for what we might create together. If I had the strength, perhaps I could make such a dream reality. Perhaps I could awaken us from this endless nightmare. That's what possessed me.
If that's your heartfelt desire, then you mustn't be afraid to share it. There was a time when I lacked the courage. To voice my desires was to burden those I love, or so I convinced myself. But then I met those who believed in me. They helped me to believe in myself, and find the strength to live. And so long as I'm alive, I know that I'll be fine. No matter how dire things seem. No matter where I am. To be able to think that brought me peace. And it's a blessing I owe entirely to my friends.
those who believe in us. I will remember your words. I know all too well that there's a limit to what we can achieve alone.
As a friend, I'd like to help you fulfill your dream. If you wish to take in more light, I can keep the power in check and help your body accept it.
Anyone can do it, it'd be Reen. Worked well enough for me. The power of light and dark, you'll be unstoppable.
I certainly hope so. Right then. I'm counting on you. Here I go. I can feel it. The light's warmth welling within me.
Then I believe it worked.
With this power, I will return to the void and fight for the world that once was, and for those I hold dear.
Back in the Crystarium. We've done our part, and I trust that the others will see the light to our destination. Next time we return to the source, I shall seek out Becklug and have them return my soul to the spirit vessel. Level 90 in Defiance of Fate complete.